Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning. Welcome back to the 80s man basement. Welcome to my 80s style man basement. It's been a little while since we've started a live stream here. We're going a little old school. We're going a little OG. Here, memories by way. Today's live stream. Yeah, we are going back to our OG Super Nintendo. It's been a while since we've showcased this on a live stream, and we're going back to the Atari Gamestation Pro. Hello, John. Good to see you. Hey, it looks like the live chat's working for now. That's cool. So yeah, we're going back to the Super Nintendo. It's been a while since we've done that. We're going back to the Atari Gamestation Pro, the little plug-and-play Atari system that kind of, sort of, my unboxing, it sort of went viral. Quote-unquote viral in my sense of viral. It blew up. Got like 20,000 views almost in like a week or something. Went crazy. Unheard of for me. Yeah, I don't think I've had a video ever and still at this point get up that quick. That quick with that amount of views. We're gonna go into that again in a while. At least a lot of this Atari stuff that's on there we have on the Retro PC, but I have some of my favorites. You might remember some of the favorites that I like playing. The shovelware. That's true. Probably because I'm in the car. I will at some point do another car stream. I don't know. I'm taking a little break. I need to get caught up on video editing. And as you know, the weather's going to be kind of We got a heat wave, so walking around Route 66 when it's 100 out. We got storms coming later in the week. I just filmed another Uber Eats adventure, so now I'm behind like 3 Uber Eats Adventures videos. I gotta get caught up on that stuff, so yeah, probably won't be a lot of vlogging over the next week or so, and yeah, with this heat wave, probably not gonna be doing too much. And then, yeah, my phone also doesn't like, I have a Samsung phone, and it is pretty standard of Samsung phones. It gets hot, especially when it's outside in the sun, it overheats, and yeah, like, during the night it would be okay, but to do a live stream with that, would be kind of, yeah, it wouldn't be so good on the phone, especially if it's sunny, so, yeah, none of that, though, but we'll at some point do that again, but, so my next Route 66 adventure is going to be kind of delayed a little bit. I'm going to kind of chill out on that. I need to get caught up in videos. Hopefully the weather will kind of cool down a little bit. Hello, Tyler. Hopefully the weather will cool down a little bit. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hope you are doing well. Good to see you, John and Tyler, my two early birds. Always appreciate you guys. Yes. So, yeah, we're a mix between this and Yakuza 0. And then tomorrow will be whatever. And then Shenmue. So, yeah, we're kind of just doing some of my favorites here. Again, I did this a little bit with the live stream, I think, last week, where I believe we tested out the mini Sega system, and we're kind of continuing that here. This is mostly for me, well, to revisit some games that I haven't played in a while. Yeah, it might take, I would say, at least probably late July, because we're kind of mixing it in now with Yakuza 0. If it takes a little longer, I'm okay with that. I'm not in a big rush. I'm already kind of sad thinking about the end of Shenmue and reaching the end of it. I'm kind of sad and thinking about that I'm reaching the end of that journey, and then I'm going to have to wait until Shenmue 4. But, obviously, I have Shenmue 3 Enhanced, eventually, and then, I will, and I do want to start looking back. It won't be a dedicated series, but I do want to go back to some of my old saves in Shenmue 1 and Shenmue 2 and kind of look back into that, just kind of revisit, because it's been a while now since we've been in those 2 games. So I want to kind of revisit that, walk around, not so much worrying about missions and stuff like that, but just kind of looking around, going through the shops, looking at some of that stuff. So, half a year, yes. Awesome, huh? Cool, huh? So I want to go back into that a little bit, just kind of reminisce, think about my memories of going through those 2 games. So that'll be fun to do. So we have that to look forward to, but it is kind of sad to think that Shenmue 3. But today we're going to do Yakuza 0. mostly because last week I think we did Yakuza 0 first, and then Shenmue, and I'm also kind of curious if we can get to the arcade game. That's one of my big things. I don't necessarily need to get through the entire Chapter 2 today, but I am kind of curious. I'd like to see if we can get into the arcade and start kind of playing around with that, because I think we're right next to an arcade, if I remember. We'll find out for sure, but we've been very mission focused, and I'd like to kind of look around the city a little bit, kind of maybe just tone it down a little bit, look around the city, see if there's games, find some of the mini games, and just kind of, because yeah, again, many reviews of that I found, I said, you can rush it, but don't rush it. Enjoy all the mini games, like you said, and other things like that. So I definitely want to go to that. And then yeah, I'm sure there's other stuff that we missed in the original Shenmue. Some mini. I know a lot of the Shenmues, they have their little mini missions, mini games as well. I'm sure we missed some things along there, so it'd be kind of cool to go back and do all that. But yeah, we're gonna do just a few from Super Nintendo and from the Atari Gamestation Pro. Again, we did this with the Sega Genesis Mini. I want to kind of go back in these systems, just make sure everything's working, everything's still connected correctly, just make sure it's working. So eventually we will get back into the Mini SNES and the Mini NES as well. That'll probably be next week. And then also I want to go back into the original Atari flashbacks. So, and play something like River Raid, do something like that, old school as well. That could be part of a shorter live stream, a daytime live stream, something like that. But for now, we are going to start with the Super Nintendo with, of course, oh yeah, that's true, okay. Bingo halls, yeah, that'd be cool. I like Bingo. I think Bingo would be a fun game. Bingo would be a fun game in Shenmue, too. I'm just thinking of Rhea playing, like, Bingo. I don't know why. I can just picture him playing Bingo for some reason. I don't know why. I just think that's kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, let me get everything set up here. And yes, we are going to start. And again, this was set up after we finally got our new TV upstairs. I went through and reset up everything up so I don't have to hook too much up. I only have to hook up the HDMI for the Gamestation Pro. It has a dedicated plug now, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, there's a picture with me with one of my kids when they were little. Oh, both kids. When they were little. I think this is actually when we lived... Yeah, I think this was actually when we lived in Lake Zurich at that time. I wish I had... I kind of sad I never showed you guys the Lake Zurich house, really, on my videos. I wasn't really doing a lot in Lake Zurich at the time, so... Kind of a bummer. I mean, I have a lot of old pictures. I could put a slideshow, but yeah, unfortunately, I never did any live streams or videos really in the house where we lived in Lake Zurich. A much better place now that we live, but yeah. So that's the Gamestation Pro, and then yeah, this is our OG Super Nintendo. We've done some videos on this. There's like a Wayne's Arcade World playlist that should have some of that. And then yeah, these are our games in here. I'll go through quickly. So the first one we're going to do is one of my favorites, which we have done on the live stream before. So we're not going to go too in-depth to it. That is Stunt Rakes FX. And then I'll see if there's some kind of quick ones we can play. So let me see. I got these two red containers. I've had these guys. My parents bought me these for the Super Nintendo games. I've had these. These have literally had these things since the 90s. I wish I had like a copyright date or something. But yeah, these are very, very old. I got Battleship. That could be kind of a cool one to look into. We have Arkano, classic game. We have the arcade classic hits. We've played a lot of these on live streams already, on and off in different systems. But that is a cool combo that we had. Hang Time, NBA Hang Time. So classic NBA game. We have a pinball game. We have Clue, which is pretty cool. This might be a fun one to do for Wayne's Gamer Shorts, because it's going to be a little lengthier, so stay tuned. I am thinking about doing that for a Wayne's Gamer Shorts. Super Nintendo was around 93 or so. So early 90s. Pac-Man 2, it's okay. We actually have that on that Steam game. We have Pac-Man 2, so I have that on Steam, which is funny. Tetris and Dr. Mario, we did these recently on the Retro PC. Beavis and Butthead, there is a live stream that we played with that. That I might do a dedicated gamer short for as well as another NBA Jam. I have like 2 NBA Jams, I think. I'm not really sure why I have 2 NBA. One of them might actually be my friend's that I never returned to him. And then we have NBA Jam Yeah, we can look at that pinball one for sure. NBA, I think I may have done that on a live stream, but if I did, it's been a long time. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, my favorite edition of NBA Jam. Championship Pool. Super WrestleMania, that we haven't done on a live stream yet, but someday I might dig into that, either a game or short or a live stream. Tecmo Super Baseball, one of the best baseball games ever. NBA Showdown, I don't think I ever really played that this much. Someone might have gifted it to me. I don't remember much about that, but Super Mario All-Stars, classic for Super Nintendo. And here I have another NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Okay, so I think I have two of these and maybe one of the original. I don't know. I don't know why I have so many copies of that again. I might have accidentally taken some of my friend's version. Pitfall, it's okay. We have this on the Retro PC too. It's fine. I'd rather play the original. Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. I don't know when I got this. Obviously, I got this at like a clearance thing or something, but $5. But so I got this pretty late. Probably one of the last games I got. I don't remember when I got this, but maybe I got it in a garage sale or something. But of course, the classic Super Mario World, and of course, classic Super Mario Kart, which we have also on the mini SNES, which we will dig back into. And as part of that, when we test that out later, maybe we'll play another thing of Mario Kart, because Super Mario Kart is awesome. It's almost as awesome as the Mario 64. I'm kind of tied whether I like the Mario Kart better on Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64. They're both pretty awesome, so it's hard for me to say. This is a Super Game Boy. I have showed you guys this as well. This is what lets us put a Game Boy game into a Super Nintendo. Not so much needed now. Yeah, we will definitely do Mario Kart that soon. But yeah, this is lets you put the Game Boy cartridge, original Game Boy, just the original, into the Super Nintendo. I have showed you guys that. Not quite as necessary now that we have the Retro PC, but this was pretty awesome back in the day. I don't have my regular Nintendo games, unfortunately. I don't know whatever happened to them. They may have gotten lost with the house fire. I also had a Game Genie back then, so I don't know what happened to any of that. I know the Nintendo 64 was lost in the house fire, but again, obviously we have all the Nintendo games we could possibly want now on the Retro PC. Alrighty. So some of the ones, obviously this is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, so I had to play this. And then on Atari Gamestation Pro, we are going to do a couple shovelware games. And I think you know some of my favorites that we've played before many times now, including, of course, say it with me, Zooming Secretary. I don't know why, I just think that game is so funny. Again, I've probably played it on live stream at least 3 times at this point, but it's such a weird game because you're literally a game based on doing office work, basically. I mean, it's kind of like a quick reaction game more than anything, but like, yeah, you're basically doing an office job and having to match up stuff, and it's just kind of funny. So hopefully you can see it's been a while since I've done from this TV, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I had a lot of this unhooked for a while, and until when the TV upstairs broke, but it's back. We got my good old school LG dumb TV. I was very lucky to get this when I did. This was right about the time when they stopped making dumb TVs and went exclusively pretty much to smart TVs with, Roku or Google TV or Samsung TV and all this stuff built in. This literally has no smart things in it at all. And I got this in like 2019, 2018, something around there, right about before it became almost impossible, except for 1 or 2 TVs. They still have these available pretty readily at Best Buy. And I picked this up, and the darn thing still works. I've had one TCL Roku TV, so a smart TV actually break on me, the one upstairs, and this thing outlasted that. We've had this thing for a good 6, 7, 8 years, I don't know, something like that now at this point. Still works perfectly fine. 1080p, has great picture. I did make it a smart TV, though, because we do have the Roku dongle. So it's a dumb TV, but I did hook up the Roku to it, which is fine. So that's fine. Like, I can go back into the inputs here. Yeah, if I switch over to HDMI 1, and that's going to take me back into Roku. So, yeah, I still have it. I have the very, very, basic Roku dongle. It works just fine. So I can make it a smart TV, but then it can be a dumb TV all I want. Doesn't have to be signed in anything, connected to anything. So that's pretty cool. All right, back to TV. So what I did for here, because I didn't want to have to switch, I don't think this has RCA hookup. So what I did is this is hooked up via coax. So it's a coax, like you would, if I had cable, it would go in through this input, basically. Well, a lot of the cable now just does HDMI, but back then, cable had to go through coax, and that's what this is. So I had the little gray box that was pretty typical for Nintendo and Super Nintendo back then, and it's a coax, and yeah, so it's not RCA or anything like that, but it works good because I don't have cable or anything like this anyway anymore. We got rid of that a while ago. Let me get you guys adjusted. It's really funny. I don't 100% know why, but when I put my charger in, it like readjusts the alignment of the picture. I don't know. That is just the weirdest thing. I have to Google that sometime. Yeah, this is cool music. And not copyright as far as I can tell. No copyright, so. Alright, I will do this now. I have this up, just to give you guys a little advance notice. I have this up pretty high because the TV is up on the stand. So your chat's going to be a little above my eyesight. So if I don't see something you're putting in there, that's just because I don't see it. So just to advance notice, if I don't respond to something, it's because you guys are a little above my eyesight because I have this pretty tall. So, and I'm just kind of sitting in my beanbag down here. So just in case I miss you, that is why. A little advance notice. All right. Of course, we'll go with the one I've always gone with pretty much since I was a kid, and that is the little blue one because blue's my favorite color. And it's even still got my initials on there, or my on-screen initials. No longer the actual real initials, but let's see. This is just basically a fun. Again, I've done this before. It's just a fun little buggy go-kart game. Cool music, cool sound effects. Let's see if we can get through the knowledge levels. It's just the other ones are a little bit harder. Yes, so that is thankfully my original Super Nintendo. At some point, I don't know when, my dad, before the house fire, he packed up all my Super Nintendo stuff, my games, my cartridges, the actual system. He boxed it all up to me and gave it to me, I think before I even moved to McHenry, back when I lived in Lake Zurich. So this was a long time ago. And then gave it to me. But I didn't really have anywhere to put it. So it sat in my garage for 5+ years, just sitting in there. And then finally, I thought a year or two ago, and then we moved to McHenry, and now you got a few more years after that. And I finally just thought, over the past couple of years, I'm like, this thing is just sitting in the game room. Let's see if it works. So I made a dedicated, I think, 2-part video. You can find that on the channel. It'll be in one of the personal playlists or whatever. But I did make a dedicated 2-part video about digging out this Super Nintendo. And I think this may technically have been before even I had the retro PC. So this was a time when I was kind of starting to think about live streams, test them out, thinking about, what I could possibly do with this to add to my live streams. Like, obviously, before I had the new laptop, before I had Steam, and I think even before I had the retro PC. So I dug it out there with the purpose of having a few more things to play, to find these games at antique shops, which I'm still looking, but for whatever reason, I have not found a lot of Super Nintendo games at antique shops around us. I don't know why. They have a lot of, like, Genesis, PS1, PS2, etc., Xbox 360, a lot of that, but I don't find a lot of original Nintendo or Super Nintendo games. I don't know why. It's so weird. a ton of Wii games. You can find a ton of Wii games at these antique shops, but I cannot find the Super Nintendo. But I'm going to keep on looking, and even though I have all these games, I'm sure, on the Retro PC, I still think it's cool to buy physical copies. Because, you know, if we don't buy physical copies of games, then we turn into GTA 6. And then we all become a digital code, and we own nothing. So, buy physical. Even if I have it on the Retro PC, buy physical. Support the CDs, support cartridges. Alright, let's get going. Enough of that. And that's funny, also, CCP right there is my my friend from St. Louis, who once in a while, he does join the live stream. I don't know if he wants me to reveal his name, but he does join the live stream once in a while. Very rare, but he does pop in once in a while. You would recognize his name if you saw him, but that was his. He got second place on this first level so far, because, you know, he would play a lot at my house, and third place is someone else's initial. I don't know who that is, or we'll just pretend like we don't know who that is. Whose initials could that be? WFS. I don't know. I have no clue who that is. We'll go with that. But but CCP is someone who is a squad member of our channel anyway. So we'll go with that. CCP is probably some weird dude that we don't know, or not CCP, but WFS. We don't know. We'll just pretend like we don't know who that is. Because We Are Memories by Wayne, NBW. Best initials ever. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's just simple. It's easy to... Like, this is one I would want to see redone on Steam. This is a game I would pay money to see redone. As far as I know, this was the only game they ever came out. There was never a follow-up that I was aware of. Now, the one thing that we have noted before, I think we played this Super Nintendo once on here, and it definitely looks better on a CRT. But again, also part of the reason I moved everything over here was because we have been having issues with that CRTV. I have not gotten rid of it, obviously. And still at some point, I am going to test it out again. If we can get it working long enough, I am going to do a live stream with the Atari Flashback on there. Probably play River Raid. I have not tried it in a long time. It seems like if I leave it off long enough, it starts working enough to do it. You know, honestly, if you guys ever know, you can let me know. If you know someone who is in the Chicagoland area that actually... Because this thing is like 200 pounds, this TV in there. If you know someone who would not charge me an arm and a leg and would come to McHenry to look at and possibly repair, tune up, repair that TV, let me know. You can either leave a comment, send me a message on social media, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Or email, and yeah. No, well, you're in California, so I would expect you to know anybody. And it's hard to find people who are willing to work on that, but for anyone who may watch this later, and if you know someone who's willing to go to McHenry, northwest suburbs of Chicago, who can do that without... Because like I said, I'm not going to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on that old TV. I'm just going to recycle it, and then I already got to plan what I'm going to put in its place and everything. But it is a great TV for these old systems like this. They do look a lot better than a flat screen. Okay, something about looking for the Wii games. Yeah, I might have missed that, but there's definitely a good amount of Wii games. But yeah, I have to have look for specific ones, and obviously you can let me know, you know, if there's certain ones you want me to look in for in particular. But yeah, you could definitely find Wii games. It's just whatever reason, Nintendo and Super Nintendo tend to be a little difficult to find for some reason. Yeah, this is really easy to play, and yeah, it's obviously so. This one in particular, I've noticed the graphics are a lot better on CRT. This is one of my favorites. This little tunnel, it's got a really cool sound to it, like a really cool echoey sound. I remember there was a game I was playing, and it had a similar sort of sound effect. And I'm like, what does that remind me of? What does that remind me of? And then I pulled up this game. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It was Stunt Race. This cool underwater level. I'm like, this little like kind of echoey area. I don't know why. Like I said, it's the easy level is very easy to get first play. But yeah, I would love to see. We do have a boost mode as well. So yeah, honestly I'm really surprised that this Super Nintendo. Now my Nintendo, even though I pretty much lost that, I'm sure, in the fire. It's not that big of a deal. I kind of wish I didn't lose the games, but again, I have digital copies now on the Retro PC. But my original Nintendo definitely had the issues with the games not starting up and having to blow on it and all that, which really didn't help anything. But we were always told to blow in the games, and that probably just made everything worse. But towards the end of my time in Wayne's Arcade World 2.0, before I got married, the Nintendo was having a lot of difficulty loading up properly, unfortunately. So, not a big loss, although I wish I had. I definitely had opportunities. They were in the arcade. I wish I had thought ahead of time to just box them up and grab them myself. No one was playing it. My dad and sister were playing the Nintendo 64 for a while. My dad always enjoyed like the GoldenEye, Mario Kart, or Mario 64 or whatever. So he had his favorite games on Mario, on Nintendo 64. So that's why we left it in North Lake, and that was definitely destroyed the fire. But yeah, no one was playing the Nintendo, so I don't know what happened. There's still a chance that it might be in storage somewhere, but I can't tell you for sure. My sister definitely hasn't found anything that I'm aware of. So, that was a loss. But man, yeah, like towards the end there, before I had moved and got married, it was in pretty rough shape. But this Super Nintendo's been working great. And I haven't opened it up. I haven't cleaned anything. It could probably use a good cleaning. I mean, it's definitely a little dingy. It needs a white, or whatever they call, whatever like LGR calls it when he dips the old PC parts in the water and the sunshine and whatever. What him and what the other dude's name is in Texas, but the whitening thing. I bright white or whatever. I forget what they call it, but it definitely needs that. But it works. The video's good. The cartridges all just work. Once in a while, I have a little issue with the cartridge going, but it will load. The only thing is, I think one of the controllers might be going bad. One of the controllers, I had issues pressing the start button or something, so I switched it with the one that was in 2-player, and this one's been working okay. What I might do is, I'm sure I can get some replica controllers for pretty cheap off Amazon, so not a big deal. Obviously, pretty sure I can't play my my controllers that I use in Steam. Pretty sure those do not work on the Super Nintendo, but I can probably get controllers pretty cheap there, so. Yeah, I've never been like really. I always kind of wanted to be a truck driver, but if this test course is any indication, probably I'd probably stink pretty bad at it. I don't know why. I just never do really good. I do okay, but I'm not getting any bonuses with this part. Yeah. Now, I haven't seen a chat for a while, so just let you guys know if since your last message, the last one I saw, Tyler, you were asking about the Wii. I haven't seen anything for there yet, so just in case the chat's broken, I'm not, I can't really, at this point, I don't know what's going on with chat, so sorry if I do miss something, but it's whatever it is. Once I get upstairs to Yakuza 0, I'll have, oh, there you go. Okay, yep. All right, cool. All right, yep, I see it. Thank you. All right, we're all good. Yep. Thank you. I'm kind of afraid to, like, touch the screen to look up the history, because it seems like that's part of the issue when I was, like, trying to go back in the history that it would break, so... Alright, cool. Yeah, no, so far since that road trip, it's been okay. I just don't, like, touch anything in there, so I have to see it when it shows up, otherwise I might miss someone's live stream. It's been good, so, yep. Alright, we're all good. Yeah, one of last week's live streams I thought was going to do the same bug issue where it wasn't showing up in my tab or in YouTube Studio, but it was just a little delayed, and I went back to it a few minutes later, and then it finally showed up there. I don't know what that was, but I'm like, oh no, is this gonna do the same thing, and I can't download it later? I think it had Shenmue, and I'm definitely archiving the Shenmue live streams. But no, it eventually did show up, so it's all good. But yeah, I thought it glitched again, but no, it was worrying me, but it did eventually come back, so that's good. Yeah, we gotta get past this guy. Yeah, I mean, there's not an extensive, it's literally 4 courses, and then I think it's the same 4, I think, in the expert mode, just harder, it's like, I don't know why, it's simple, and for me, a little, teenager back in the day, I just loving racing games, this was just perfect. It was nothing that complicated, and cool music, cool sound effects, and I'm sure this was not a very high-priced game back then. It was just probably one of those things like, I mean, we didn't have the internet to look at games ahead of time. I mean, we had like, I'd have like a Nintendo Power magazine, I'd get that in the mail. But we didn't know a lot, we didn't have the internet to know a lot about what games were coming out or whatever. So a lot of these games, and I'm sure this is a great example, I just kind of, my parents would take me to Toys R Us and say, hey, look at some games, see if you want a game or whatever, and I probably just saw this on the shelf, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool, I want this one. And my parents probably liked it because it was not, like, super expensive like a Mario Kart would have been back then or whatever. So this was probably a $30 game or something back then. $20, $30 games, I'm sure, something along that line. And back in, 1990s dollars, but yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, just been always one of my favorite Super Nintendo games. At least of the ones I own. There's a lot of good Super Nintendo games we played on the retro PC, but of the ones that I have physical copies of, this is definitely one of my favorites. All right, Night Owl. Now, I like the one with, yeah, it looks good. Like I said, it still looks better on a CRT. I think I've shown you guys this on the CRT as well, to compare when it was actually working. But since it's on and off, I just don't feel like messing around and moving the Super Nintendo back and forth. But I can test that TV out with the Atari flashbacks, which are basically just kind of in the closet right now. Eventually we'll get them out. But yeah, yeah, we'll test it out. But I still have the little CRT, thankfully, by the decoration table. But yeah, like I said, I would if someone would be willing to come and donate their time and effort to see if I could get, like I said, it might just need, it is like it's actually a valuable TV. It's oh yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, like I said, I wish I could play it. I don't know. It's a tough one for me. Obviously, I don't. I definitely do not have the money, like, because I'm definitely not like buying a PlayStation 5 for that. I definitely don't have that extra money. And then, and then the $100 on top of that for, it's obviously it's just not going to happen. Or buying an Xbox for that. It's like I said, the last system I bought, I think was, yeah, that would be nice. But yeah, it's like, yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I'm just not gonna have that extra money to buy a console and get involved in that. And so there's always a chance. So I'm definitely not gonna have it at launch, probably. But because yeah, I don't think my channel's gonna grow to the point where I could just go out and spend that money for a PlayStation 5. But potentially, when it comes out, yeah, eventually, possibly when it eventually comes out on PC. I don't know if it's going to be like on Steam or how that'll work once it's on PC. Like I said, I think my specs will be okay on the laptop. The only issue is will be hard disk space. So obviously, with the 1 terabyte hard drive that's already being taken up, a big portion by my video projects. And then, a few other games, obviously, too. We got a few bigger games in there. Using 700 gigabytes. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess I'm still kind of getting used to it because, like, I grew up in PC gaming where you were buying the box of games with the CDs and stuff. So it's still kind of trying to get used to like how how they do that a lot now. I'm still trying to get caught up on it. Yeah, using 700 gigabytes is probably not going to happen. So hopefully, which I'm sure it's going to be a while. So what my goal would be possibly is, hopefully, yeah, exactly. What I would love to have, like, let's say it's like 2 years, 3 years. What would be perfect in that time is maybe like RAM prices go down, hard disk prices, everything. Prices of all this stuff finally goes down, right? Which would be good, and graphics cards go down, right? So we're in some ideal world, all this stuff goes down, and it becomes affordable to buy PCs again, build a PC. Yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see that for sure. We're gonna have to watch other folks play it, but so hopefully everything goes down, and let's say 2 or 3 years, I can build an actual desktop, a gaming PC. That would be cool. And then let's say I build it, but then I get like a 4 terabyte hard drive in there, or something more reasonable. That would be perfect. Of course, my wife's still working down there. I have to find another spot for it, but that's besides the point. I can maybe put it down in the arcade or something. Or what we could do now, I don't know if it would work. But if it's on Steam, and if the prices go down on the Steam machine, maybe I could afford to get the 2 terabyte Steam machine, and, let's say 700 gigabytes is not as bad. That's still a pretty big chunk of a game. Hey, there's that weird WFS guy again. I wonder who that is. I really cannot figure out who the heck that is. But CCP, we know who he is. He's one of our squad members. He must have been playing this game a lot. So yeah, I don't know. That WFS guy is weird, but some weird dude's been playing my game apparently. Maybe there's been sneaking down here and playing it while I'm been at work or something like that. Classic static. Oh my god. Oh. Kind of well. Where's my controller? Oh, there we go. Hey. Yeah, old school coax. You got old school static with coax. Yeah, you don't find too many TVs that can do that anymore. Definitely not on smart TVs. So let's look at the pinball real quick because John mentioned the pinball game. I think we've done this one on it. Have we done this one on the channel? I think I have, maybe once. I don't remember a ton about this, but we have. Let's see. I don't remember a lot about this. So ignition, steel wheel, beat, something again. Yeah, the really rough graphics on here. This really does need to be on a CRT, or probably some upscaling. I need some kind of like upscaling box thing. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even see any initials on here. Maybe I haven't played this a lot. Or maybe I haven't played this a ton as a kid. All right, well, let's try the top one here. We gotta do start. Okay, start. Classic. Okay, so yeah, this definitely has vibes of that pinball game on Windows XP. Okay, all right. Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, start one player. Okay, the triggers. Yeah, I always forget that Super Nintendo actually has trigger buttons on them. I always forget that because it maps on some of the old games that we play, and I always forget about that. Yeah, that they have trigger buttons on the Super Nintendo, not the original Nintendo, but. Yeah, maybe in this hot weather coming, or heat wave, I'll go vlog an arcade or something like that. Somewhere to stay cool. I still got to go to the one in Wisconsin in East Troy. There's also one in West Dundee. Of course, there's the big one, Galloping Ghost. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely one I probably saw at Toys R Us as well. Obviously, I've always been big into arcade games and pinballs. In big parts due to my cousin, arcade business. So this was no shocker that this was something I would want as a teenager. Yeah, I do like that they use the triggers for this. This is a lot better than having to do the arrow keys or whatever. Yeah, I like this much better. Using the triggers definitely feels a lot better. Ah! All right, well, we got a high score. Maybe the high score is just reset every time. That might be why. Okay, let's see, how do we get to the next one? Let's just reset it. I don't know. Get back to the menu from there. Probably select, I assume. Yeah, 1993. This we probably also. I'm guessing we have this on the Retro PC, but don't recall if I've actually checked or not. I'm sure it would actually probably look a lot better on the Retro PC because it's going to have the upscaling and everything to make it look a little nicer. And yeah, I don't even see my initials, so apparently nothing gets saved. That's why. Like, I'm sure I've played this. I just don't remember a lot about this. Looks like an old school kind of railroad themed game, which is, yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, that's kind of cool. All right. Okay. It's kind of got some cool vibes to it here. All right. Oh wow. Okay. So now this is in this one it's not the triggers. It's the left and now this one is left and right. Okay. Well, that's weird. Yeah, controllers switched on me here. So it's the arrow and the button. Left. The D-pad is for the left one, and like the A button or whatever will. Yeah, now that I actually know, let's reset that. Now that I know the controls, I kind of got screwed up on that one. Yeah, I was not. I was trying the triggers and it wasn't working. So yeah, let's redo that one. Kind of cool music to it for sure as well. It's called Steel Wheel. Yeah, graphics aren't too bad. Yeah, I don't remember a lot about this game. Maybe I didn't play it a lot when I originally had it, but could have been one I got kind of later too. Or this was also probably this might have been during. I'd say one of my favorite periods was like the mid to late '90s. Those last few years in the '90s there, '96 to like '99 or so. There was still a period where I could actually go in Toys R Us and buy probably not a ton of. Okay, I'm really apparently sticking at this. I couldn't buy a ton of Nintendo, but there was still a very nice period in there. Kind of my high school years, really. I think my high school years mostly. Oh my god, it stinks. What the heck? Where you could buy both Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. Probably my favorite period in gaming right there was just that so I didn't have any other types of consoles or anything, obviously. I didn't have the Dreamcast or any Genesis. I didn't have the Sega stuff. I didn't have PlayStation. I had to go to a friend's house to play those, but so yeah, that period where I could go to Toys R Us and buy both Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. I had all three systems working at once. They were all plugged in different rooms. It was pretty sweet. It was cool. Good period right there. But yeah, I would have never really imagined a day where I could play all those games on a little business PC that we have. A little bitty PC, like the one that Todd put set up for us. I would have never pictured my wildest dreams that would ever have been a thing. They're probably doing halfway decent now. Oh, okay. So I had to like go into the ones that were like empty or whatever. Okay, that makes more sense now. The ones that were the arrows that were dark were the ones I had to kind of go through. That okay. Cool. I think I was doing it the wrong way. Oh. Pinball Dreams. I mean, cool. I mean, very 90s vibe to the graphics and the sounds and everything. This is cool. I'm glad I had it. Like, this is like if I didn't have this and I saw this on in the antique store, whether I had it on my retro PC or not, I would definitely buy it. But again, it's been a little challenging to find Super Nintendo so far. Now, obviously, I could find them at like Midwest Gaming Classics. I missed Midwest Gaming Classics this year, so again, it's going to be a little while before I have a chance to go back. But I'm sure I can find it. It won't be cheap. They don't price anything cheap at the Midwest Gaming Classics. The vendors, they rip you off pretty good. Like I said, even that 1942, which I got at Midwest Gaming Classic a few years ago, I got ripped off on that. Still the coolest thing I've ever had in a game room, but yeah, I got ripped off pretty good on that too, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't realize that until after I bought it, that, yeah, I got ripped off pretty bad, but still a very cool product, but yeah. But yeah, I should be able to find some Super Nintendo stuff over at Midwest Gaming Classic when we go back in 2027. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. We'll be live streaming it. Yeah, it just unfortunately didn't work out, but hopefully I have the time, I have the money, and we're gonna do 2 days. Yeah, we missed. This was the big, I think 25th anniversary this year, but sadly just was not gonna work out. Mainly because of the New York trip. It we used a lot of money, a lot of vacation days for that. So yeah. So what my goal is, and I've kind of mentioned this because there's going to be another. I don't know if it's going to be like New York yet, but there's going to be another trip like that in 2 years. So 2028. So and they're around the same time of year as Midwest Gaming Classic. So my goal going forward is to alternate. So next year, 2027. I will go to Midwest Gaming Classic, and then 2028, wherever it is. It could be New York. There's no announcement yet. I hope it's another city, so we have a chance to experience another area. But if it's New York, that's cool. Whatever, we'll go back. Yeah, 2020. Yeah, so it started out in 1991, I guess. That would be right, 1991. Or no, 2001. Sorry, I think 2001. Yeah, 1991. No, not quite that old. 2001, and it started out as really it was just like and it was a very small one little room in a hotel or somewhere. It was a little thing where basically folks just got there, and it was all just about showing off and displaying the Atari Jaguar. Yeah, it was the whole thing. Started out with just Atari Jaguar, and then it built to the crazy thing that you see today in my videos and live streams. Same people that started it, but it originally just started as like a kind of an Atari Jaguar little fan fest thing, and blew up into 25 years later to what you see today. All right, Nightmare. So this one might be a little scary. Ooh, we got spooky music. Okay. All right with this so far. Ooh, okay, there goes some cool vibes here. Ah! Although that wasn't a good start, but. But yeah, so next year, 2027, Midwest Gaming Classic, 2028, wherever they send the kids, we'll be going and doing that. If I'm calculating it right, this is assuming my oldest daughter has one more of these trips, and assuming my youngest daughter does get into the band in high school as well, then The next trip, I think, like next year, they will both go to that, and then there will be one more after that in 2030 that would just be her. So there will definitely be one more. And then if she does join the band, which right now she is planning to, not drums like my daughter. I think she'll probably do like flute. What she likes right now is the flute. But either way, she could join the band and she would be able to go on that trip. And that would be 2030. It sounds so far away, but it's not that far away. But it sounds like the future. Way too much like the future. But yeah, 2030 would be another trip. So then 2029 would be another Midwest Gaming Classic. So that's the plan right now. I know some of you folks have kind of talked about the Pinball Expo, which I have not gone to yet. Believe me, I always felt bad. Unfortunately, it didn't work with all my work schedule. I remember when it was in just south of Deerfield over there, and over by Lake Cook Road. Never Wilmette, or not Wilmette, whatever that. Wheeling, yes. I remember it was in Wheeling, and then it moved to Schaumburg or whatever. Hopefully, I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but I think it's already passed actually for this year, but might try to sneak that in next year as well. We always have an option to in there and doing the Vintage Computer Festival again. We have gone there twice now. We've seen LGR over there, which is really cool. I know you kind of know a little bit about LGR too, Tyler. So if you go back to my Vintage Computer Festival videos, there's 2 of them now. You can kind of see where I met LGR, which is pretty cool. I talked to him a little bit on the first time, but then the second one he was kind of busy, like packing up his things, and so I was like, between that and being just kind of shy and not don't say to him, and I got their ladies packing up his stuff or whatever, but I got him on videos, and he actually briefly got, I got into one of his videos. The first time I went there, he was doing his vlog or whatever, although his brother was filming, which he always does during those festivals. And he got me there right at the end of that video. So it's hard to see, but I am there for a very brief second, filming his stuff, filming his little display, but I got in LGR's video. There's actually a playlist I have on the channel called Videos Featuring Memories by Wayne. So if I'm in someone's video, or it references my channel, like the recent shout out I got on the Chicagoland History channel, then I add it there, and I add that video from LGR in there. So again, if you look on that one all the way till the end, you will see me there briefly filming with my phone. So it's just kind of cool, and that's why I added it in there. But it's like right towards the end as he's recapping and kind of talking about day 2, the Sunday day of the show where I went to. But yeah, not like he was giving me a shout out or anything, so I wasn't going to get any views from him or anything. But I technically was in there for a very brief moment. And like I said, a lot of these we've already done. I think the last one we're going to take before, and then I have to just because I have to. And I'm sure it's work. I'm sure the Atari Gamestation is working fine, but I really want to test out that zooming secretary again. We'll see if the what do you call it, the clue we're gonna save for Gamer Short. That's gonna take a while. See if the Battleship Works one. I forgot what. I'm assuming you can play it with the computer. I'm assuming that's how this works. I don't know. Let's see. I can't really remember if I've done this on the live stream yet or not. I think we have, haven't we? Let's just do the classic one. Yeah, Midwest Gaming Classic is one that I could definitely think you will. I think you would appreciate that. Oh yeah, we've done this before, but it's still a cool way to play. Uh, so you're placing against the computer. Um, you get 3 shots per turn. Okay. This is mixed. I don't remember if this is one you could do with 2 players. I think it's just the CPU, but I'm not, because obviously you could. This is a difficult one to play 2-player because unless it's 2 different screens, you're gonna see the other person's thing. So like, I don't think you can. So we got a red. So we have something over here. Let's see what we got here. Nope. Nope. Okay, well, it's either up or left at this point. But yeah, this would be hard with 2 players unless it's a different setup, But and he just got our first one. Okay, let's see where we're going here. All right, so it's to the left. Oh, and he's got one up. Oh, so he's being all tricky. Okay. So he's got one going up, and he's got one going left. So this is good. We have potentially we're going to be able to get 2 of his boats pretty quickly. So since I don't know how many on each side, I'm just going to obviously do like that. And then just do another one out there somewhere. Just see if we can find wherever a next boat might be. Okay, so we still have not sunk either one of them. So we're going to have to do one to the left. He's got 2. I don't know why he put... See, I would not put 2 big boats like that next to. I don't know why he did that, but... And he's already gotten one of our boats. But we're going to get 2 of his pretty quickly. But yeah, I would not particularly put these next to each other like that. 2 big boats, but okay. So did we get... I guess we got his... Because it's saying that it's... okay, maybe we did get both of them already. I didn't think we did, but maybe I didn't hear the noise. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess we have 2 of his boats now. Start firing randomly at different spots. Oh, we got one of his. Wow, that was lucky. We got one of his. Those are hard. There's 2 1-spot boats, so those are always the hard ones to get when we got it. So we're doing good. We got 3 of his boats so far, I assume. Unless, yeah, he just got another one of ours too. It's possible, just because maybe this was the one we heard the noise for, not here. So I'm gonna fire her just in case. They don't really give you a good indication like how many you've gotten towards the bottom of the screen, which is kind of a bummer, but. These are all right. Okay, so then we've gotten it all, although that wasn't good. So we got, I guess, 3. He's gotten 2. He has not gotten any of our little ones yet. That's a plus. And we've got one of his, so we're still kind of at an advantage. I'd like to get another one here. Oh, okay, good, awesome. Got another something. Got another something up there. Of course, right now we have no idea what direction this is going. Okay, so it's going up, maybe. Okay, yep, it's going up. So his 3 boat is right there, so we'll be able to get one more fairly shortly. Wow, he's all around our 3 boat. But this should nail that. There we go. Oh, yeah, another thing. Let's see. That's because I think, do we have a 2 boat? I think, or just another? No, that's not a single. Because we would have gotten that, or if it was a single. So we got a 4 boat, a 3 boat, or another 3 boat. I don't know. I'm kind of confused right now. I don't know what we've had of his so far. Okay, let's just do that, I guess. Nope. Nope. Okay, so now I don't know. Huh. So I'm probably just gonna have to do one on top, one on the bottom, I guess. That's right. I don't know. I'm not really sure. This ought to sync something. Let's do another random spot. There we go. So like, what do we have left of his? I think we just got to get one more of his single boats. We got the one on the top right. I think we just got to get one more here. Let's just obviously that's like what you call looking for that needle in the haystack right there. Ugh, that's gonna be hard. And he just, I think he's gonna be able to figure out our 3 boat there on the bottom. Although he went there. Yeah, he's gonna get us. And there we go. All right, so now we have our little single boat. I can't move my arrow there, but towards the bottom left, well, middle left, I guess. So he's looking for that, and we're looking for his last single boat as well. Now it's just a matter of who is going to find it first. Now, I don't know how the CPU weights it, if they give you a certain amount of time, or if it's, a completely random, number generator or whatever. I don't 100% know. It's interesting to see how he kind of works out from the middle there. He definitely hits a lot in a row. I'm a little bit more random than that. There's definitely a method to how he's going through this board. Thankfully, he hasn't done any on that left row. He's done one. He's done one on the left row, but let's see. Oops. Been hitting the ones that have already been kind of hit. All so close. It was right below us there. Oh my goodness. I wasn't expecting him to go on that last row over there. So soon. He is starting to fill up that left row, though. Oh, well, we gotta hurry up. We gotta get this. I don't know how often I used to win this back in the day or whatever. I couldn't tell you. I definitely played this a pretty decent amount of times. This is another one that probably didn't cost a ton of money back in the day. This wasn't like, necessarily a AAA type game or whatever back then, but I always did like Battleship, and I probably got this partly because of my dad, because this is definitely a game that I played with my dad, the actual real board game version of Battleship. That was definitely something we played a bit when I was a kid, so I'm sure me and my dad did this at various points as well. But this is how we passed our time back in the day before YouTube. Kind of crazy, huh? It is interesting to see. Like, there's definitely a pattern, but yeah, we got to hurry up. We're kind of running out of spots as well. Yeah, but finding that last one is pretty true. We got very lucky to find his first one when we did. Now, did he find, now that I'm looking at it, did he find either of our single ones? I see 3. Interesting. I think that one towards the top right, I don't think he's found that either. So if I'm looking at that right again, this all would look a lot better on a CRT. I think he still has to find 2 of our single ones. I don't think he's hit that yet. That's possibly good for us. Or not. I think we just need 1 more. You could also put boats next to other boats, like he almost did like a whole crossword puzzle type deal there in the middle, which makes it even more confusing. You don't really know. He could stack these all over the place. He is getting closer to the one on the top right there. Like I said, I think I have one on the second row, second from the right. I think that is one of my single. And then obviously we have the one on the left in the middle. Maybe I gotta start kind of doing these at a pattern, but. I don't know. It's gonna be close. He's gonna be close. Like I said, I accidentally hit a few of the ones that had already been hit, so he actually probably has less squares than me, which definitely puts me at a disadvantage, unfortunately, but... Yeah, there we go, you got it. Oh, okay, so he got my 2, okay. So, does he have a 2 here? I'm really confused. So a 2, so we have a 4, 4, 3, and 2. We have a 4, 4, 3, 3. Maybe we have different boats. I am so confused right now. That was definitely a single one. Okay, so now I think he's just looking for my single boat. So this would probably this would make a lot more sense on CRT, but he's not much farther. I'm just I'm working my way up here through, I think, what are these? There we go. We got something. Well, he grouped that together. He didn't put that all together, but we won it. Yes. I should have checked that spot sooner. I didn't think he'd put another bolt right next to each other. Tricky though. All right, enjoy the victory song. While that's playing, I am gonna get, because I gotta go mess with these HDMI cords back here. So I'm gonna. Unfortunately, we don't have enough HDMI spots back here because we have the Switch plugged in. So I gotta switch the Switch with the Atari Gamestation Pro. I don't have to plug it in separately, but I gotta switch these here. So that real quick. There we go. And it should just work fine now. So let's get this. I guess you've had enough of the victory song here, right? Alright, so that's a few games for the Super Nintendo. I'm happy to say everything works A-OK. Obviously, don't worry about that. We're going to get back to the Retro PC, and we are going to get back. I am going to be testing, maybe next week, that mini SNES, along with the mini NES. So, play some of our favorites from there as well. So, don't worry. More Super Nintendo will be coming, and of course, all the goodies that we have on the Retro PC. But just wanted to kind of test them out. And yes, very happy with how everything is working. And hopefully, everything is still cool with our Gamestation Pro. Since we're about already over an hour, because Battleship took a little bit of time, as I kind of guessed it would. I just really want to test out one thing, maybe two. We're just going to stick with the shovelware, because again, we have access to all the Atari stuff on the Retro PC, so. Alright, let's, our first method of testing here is going to be to power this on, the controller, and oh wow, okay, cool. Oh, that's good, awesome. So, here we go, that works. So, cool. Now, should do the little power on here. Those lights come on. Good. All right, so far so good. All the lights come on. I'm happy about that. Obviously this is not an old system, so not like I anticipated it not working, but always good to test it out. We do have to switch inputs now to HDMI 2. And voila, there we are. I am going to leave this on. Speaking of music and songs, something on here, one of these background songs did copyright me. And I lost the chat because of the copyright. So, dumb, but I did get a copyright one time. Not every time I played this, but one of the times I played this, I got to copyright one of these backgrounds. So it's staying on mute for now. I just remembered that, so I'm glad I remembered that when I did. Kind of stupid, but for now, until I get in the game, I am gonna leave this on mute. So I don't remember exactly where it was on here, but something on here. It was all it was some kind of indie thing, like an indie developer type thing. It wasn't like some major music label thing, but something triggered on it. Just the background music. I'm like, dude, and so because I'm sure I'm not the only one that's played this, on YouTube. So I did the erase the song option, which is cool, and then you can erase the song, get your monetization back on it, all is good. But then when you do that, they take away the live chat replay, so then I don't get to see anymore, or go back and see what anyone had said during the live chat. You can still comment, but I lose live chat, so we're just keeping on that mute for now. Oh wow, boy, it has been a while since I played this. Oh my gosh, I got to get back a little more in this. There we go, bonus games. Oh man, it feels so good to go back to this, man. I didn't make or break my channel in any way. I don't know, but I definitely got a good amount of subscribers. Maybe not to the level that the Chicagoland history video got me, but that unboxing video definitely. Well, I mean, this is alone. Now, if you guys think about how interesting things work, the one thing, again, I know I've asked people to tell me, and they tell me, I forget, but I don't remember every time I find channels, people find my channels, but I try to remember, where people said they found, my first video. Obviously, Tyler, I know, we know, your first live stream you found, we mentioned that, but yeah, it was actually my unboxing video of this Atari Gamestation Pro that Todd Herbert found us. He has mentioned that to me a couple times, so I always remember that it was my unboxing video of this that he found my channel. And it's kind of interesting, obviously, because then he found my channel through this unboxing, and it eventually was through him that we got the Retro PC, and we were able to build the live stream content even more. So had he not found this video, I probably wouldn't have a Retro PC, and I'd still be playing on, the Super Nintendo. I'd have the Steam and a new PC and everything, but I wouldn't without him, I would not have a Retro PC like that, because I don't know how to set that up. So had he not found my video, and it's funny because he's local, so he lives in town here. But he found me through my unboxing video, and then because of him finding that, and then offering to build. Well, originally we tried the Xbox, which that unfortunately died out on me really, really quick, old hardware. But then when he built that, yeah. So if he had not saw this video, if I had not gotten this, and he had not saw the video, yeah, I would not have a Retro PC. So just kind of cool how it all worked out. But anyway, enough of that nostalgia stuff. Let's go into the thing. To the thing. Where is there's a warmer. Yeah, there's some really cool ones we played on here. We will definitely dedicate more time on here. I will definitely do another shovelware dedicated live stream, but where is a little warm up here? God, this has been so long. Let's see if I can find it here. There is a couple live streams and videos from this, so if you are interested, definitely look back in the archive. But there's one in particular that will only take, there we go. This will only take like a minute to go through. Doesn't take too long, but yeah, this is cool. This I've done as well. This is basically a lawnmower game. It's literally a game about mowing lawns. I just think that's kind of funny. Oops. There you go. So, when I originally was playing this on the Atari game, maybe during the unboxing, I did not know, I had never heard of the term shovelware. and it was someone that mentioned it in a comment, and I do apologize, I don't remember who it was. It's been a while now. They mentioned that these games were called shovelware. These are just basically indie games, more or less, that they kind of... You can kind of think of, you know, like, let's say they packaged... They took a bunch of the, like, 99-cent games that you would find on Steam from indie developers, you know, the really cheap ones, and they would package them into these little plug-and-plays. You find these on... Like go into Walgreens, look into their toy section, and you find, am I pressing start or reset? What am I pressing here? Oh, wrong one. Let's try this. Okay. Starts on the right. That's what these are kind of equivalent to. So yeah, these are like cheap little, these would be like little 99-cent games from indie developers that you haven't really heard of. They take a bunch of these, put them into these handhelds, put them into the little portable things like you would find at Walgreens, for example. Perfect example, where you have these little handhelds, and it's like, they make it shaped like a little Game Boy. They make it look like a Game Boy or something like that. And it's like, you know, yeah, 250 arcade classics or whatever. You're not going to find, like, Sonic or, like, some kind of Mario game on there. This is what you're going to find on these. And apparently it's a term, and it's a legit term. I looked it up. It's called shovelware. And Zooming Secretary actually has quite a following, which is kind of funny. I've definitely seen some playthrough on YouTube. But a lot of these games have very much of a retro vibe to it. Some of them are not that old. You think, like, this game would look like it's from the 80s, but it might be like something built in 2010 or 2011, you know? Hey, start. Okay. But yeah, this is probably my second favorite of the shovelware games. My first, obviously, being Zooming Secretary. But this would definitely be my first, so. I just wanted to show you guys this. I mean, we've done this, but... Oh, cool, we can play it again now. We can try this again. I've never gotten that far in here, though, unfortunately. Just a few levels on here. It's actually a lot more challenging than you would think. You gotta avoid the flowers, that's also a thing. You lose extra fuel. Yeah, it's not gonna be good. Okay, well, we got the fuel right away there. Okay, so that's good. Ah, no. Glad they've been close. Obviously, you have a turbo, but you use the fuel quicker when you have the turbo, so you kind of have to balance it all out. It's not as easy as you think. And obviously, Zooming Secretary is not as easy as you think either, as we've seen. Nice. I don't know if we're going to beat it, but we're getting closer. Oh, God. It's way on the other side. Oh, close. There we go. Oh, boy. There we go. Got it. gonna get it. Holy cow, I very rarely beat this level. Nice. Oh yeah, so it is pretty good. For sure. Whew, my goodness. Boy. Yeah, this is one I kind of wish I had save state, but unfortunately we do not. This is probably my best run of this on a live stream so far. Oh, way over here. It is sometimes good going around the middle, just so you're not too far away. You can plan it out that way. Oops. Oh, hit that stone. That was about it. Cool. All right, well, we want to get into Zoom and Secretary so we can finally get to Yakuza. And let's go home. B button to go back. Okay, no sound on this part, so that's cool. No big deal. And I'm pretty sure Zooming Secretary is the last one. Yes, it is. Again, we have done a bunch of these in our playthrough video and some of our early live streams, so feel free to check that out. Yeah, 2011 for this game. And there are some playthroughs on YouTube if that's something you're interested in. And this thing doesn't really have any copyright issues. But again, now, I've showed you guys this so many times. You guys, I'm sure you all know. I'm sure most of y'all have watched me do this enough. So you got to match to each telephone. The world here, we need to match to the world up here. That's essentially it. It is a time thing, so the phones only ring for so long. This is one that, with the controller, is sometimes a little tricky to work. I would love to play this like on Steam, for example, with my normal controller. This would be a lot easier. This has got the very kind of old school Atari controller here. It's definitely better than the original Atari controller, but I would be able to play this a lot quicker, a lot easier on a regular controller with the D-pad and everything, etc. You have to kind of watch what phones have rung first. You want to get to the first phones that you've seen first. And we just missed one there. You can only miss like 3 at a time. So yeah, this one we're not doing too good at, unfortunately. Yeah, this is tricky. One of the last times I did play this on live stream, we actually had a pretty good run at this. Now we missed 3, so. But yeah, again, with this control, I don't know, this would be so much better on like a D-pad. And basically, you could just redo the level. It'll let you redo. You don't start from the beginning, you start from the level you died in, so that's at least cool. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what level we had gotten to last time, but the last time we played this, yeah, we had a really good run with this. Again, most of you guys have seen this, so not something we have to play too extensively, but it's one of those I wanted to kind of get it back into again, because it's been a while. But yeah, you have to really strategize in this. What's closer to you? which phone's been ringing the longest. You gotta really kind of evaluate it. Oh yeah, I forgot you can just kind of jump off the edge too, so that's cool. Of course, if you pick up the coffee from the coffee machine, you can go a little quicker. Of course, my controller is glitching there. Yeah, so again, Zooming Secretary, awesome little thing. Just fun to play it, but it can be very frustrating at times, and then especially when my controller wants to kind of glitch. Partly too, it might be because this is not a wired controller, so it is Bluetooth, so the Bluetooth connection isn't good. Not pointing the right spot, then you have potential of losing, so it's just much rather. This is much better to play on a wired, but I don't know if I have a wired option with this. One more. There we go. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of these kind of Atari style controllers. Yeah, not my favorite style of controller. Come on, go down. Yeah, just every once in a while it like freezes up, and I think it's just the Bluetooth or again whatever. But like if I had wire, I know I could get a lot farther on this. Come on, go left, guys. Come on. Come on, go down. Yeah, we're doing okay. Got it. Of course, you can't really look at them while you're playing, but they are telling you fun facts up at the top. I don't know what really the purpose of that is, but they do that. So if you want fun facts, keep on looking at the top of the screen. I mean, we all love fun facts, right? Come on. But yeah, just the way this Atari controller is, this thing just kills your hand after a while. And unfortunately, I don't think we have shovelware. Is not something that's really included on any of these retro PC. This would be cool for a remake on Steam. I don't think this game's been known well enough to ever get like something on Steam, but it'd be cool. But I don't see that ever happening. But it's a very niche thing, and like I said, it might be on some more consoles as well, but or not consoles, but those little handheld type things. It's hard to say. They're really not a good reference to these things. Yeah, there we go. All right. Well, that's cool. Just wanted to show you guys that. We'll get upstairs now. And yeah, I would say this was a success. Everything worked really well. Very, very cool. Like I said, I have to mute that just in case they try to copyright me again. All right, are we ready for some Yakuza arcade games? Like I said, we're probably not going to get too far into the story today, but we'll see if we can do some fun stuff today. Fun stuff in Yakuza 0. All right, so and remember how to turn all this off. So turn the controller off. All right, controller is off. No more little light things. Turn that off. And because my kids do still do the switch down here, they'll get upset with me if I do not switch it back over to the other HDMI. So, I get some of the stuff put back in the arcade as well. Get my Super Nintendo games back in here. Cool, very cool. I don't know when we'll get back to the Super Nintendo, but like I said, I think Clue is going to be a fun one to do on Gamer Shorts. So that could be one of the next ones I do. I've not filmed one for a little while. So that could be a good one to do. I'm trying to think of which one. I have one more coming out soon that I did film. But I mean, I've been trying to kind of think about what I wanted to do next, and that could be kind of neat to do. Could be fun to do Clue. Clue was one of my wife's favorite games, by the way. Fun fact, since we're doing fun facts today. Fun fact for you for sure is that Clue is one of my wife's favorite board games. So there's a fun fact for you. I'm sure you all care about that, but. So we switch inputs, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do what I usually do and put it back to Roku mode. So we can unmute that and switch blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Switch back to HDMI 1, should put it Roku mode. Then we turn the TV off from there. And I think it turns the Roku off. I'm not really sure how that works, but all right. So I get some of these lights turned off. All right. With that, it is time to go upstairs, guys. Just gotta get the charger unplugged here. Uh-oh. Yep, I turned off my video. Like, wait, why does it say I have no video? Because I pressed the video. All right, we're all good. All right, guys, come on with me here. Come on with me. Upstairs we go. Upstairs we go to Yakuza. Yakuza 0. See how our... Yeah, hopefully we don't have another one of those battles. Like, oh my god, that was crazy. I could take a little break from that battle. That was intense. Sure, we will have another battle like that soon, but hopefully we can kind of maybe have a little more chill atmosphere tonight. All right, oh, my sleepy dogs. I got sleepy dogs. That's good for me. Yeah, my dogs are sleepy because, well, I know that kind of looks like 31, but that's actually 13. My daughter had a 13th birthday party today, so they had a lot of family. Well, it was, still kind of a small party, but they had a lot of family members at the house to play with. So my dogs got a lot of attention today, so they are a little worn out from all the attention. I think they thought it was their party today, but it was actually my daughter's party, but they kind of thought it was theirs, so she is just, completely out. Oh my god, this one's pretty much out too. She's a little shaggy. I can't see her eyes, but yeah, they are worn out. Yeah, 13 got balloons. So yes, 13 and 16. So I officially have 2 teenagers in the house now. So wish me luck having 2 teenagers. That should be a little interesting, and it's a little. We actually have 2 chairs in here right now. Yeah, it's a little messy in here because we had to move some stuff at the party. So I have enough room to get to my chair, but well, hey, you're well, yeah. I mean, you could always do that, but you are young. You are plenty young, so don't need to rush it. You have plenty of time. Okay. I've kind of talked about in my videos, man. Just hey, enjoy. If you have the means to go places, to travel, if you have the money, not obviously not everyone. A lot of people have money these days to do anything, but definitely one of my regrets is during my single years, I wish I had traveled more. I wish I went on more adventures and went to more places, visited more folks, and it definitely makes you feel older. Having kids will definitely make you feel older for sure. But it's also nice, to kind of get to know a little bit better too, like what kids, what they're into, get to kind of, you know, yeah, exactly, But yeah, it's a mix. It's a mix. You know what the kids are into, so you're kind of more up to date on what, and you kind of do feel young if you're joining in with their friends and what they're doing. You can be the cool dad, but then yeah, you also feel older as well. So, but hey, while you got the free time, if you have the money, if you have the opportunity, make sure to travel and do things. Because let me tell you, once you are committed to a combination of a full-time job and kids and a spouse, if you want to go down that road, um, it makes traveling a lot harder, believe me. Listen, it was a whole process just doing these Route 66 adventures. Like, get out of there, kitty. Get in here, kitty. One of my cats are also trying to sneak in here now. Yeah. Doing the whole Route 66 thing was a whole thing to make sure that I didn't have anything that the wife needed or the kids needed me for. So that was a whole process. But yeah, take advantage of it. Like I said, especially in the economy today. In the economy, hey, if you find someone that's awesome and if that's the road you want to go to, like that was always, I kind of knew that was the road I was going to go down eventually, hopefully. It took me a long time to find someone. It took me almost, it took me over 25 years to find someone that would want to marry me, but, yeah, don't rush it, especially with the economy and everything the way it is today, man. It's just, try to make sure you have stuff in your life in order first, and, that happens to work out that you meet the right person along the way, then that's cool. But yeah, exactly. We need things to get cheaper. Yeah, I definitely I don't recommend anyone in particular, not, purposely not try to meet someone or whatever. I would never recommend anyone do that, but you're definitely, with the way the economy is and the way the world is right now, if you want to wait a little bit till you have more things set in stone or whatever, that's totally, totally understandable. So, yeah. All right, the one thing I want to check, I did log into Onverse just to see if anyone. They weren't playing, no one was playing Icefall and Splatball earlier, but I do want to just double check. I left it logged in just in case, the off chance someone was in there, but let's check out Icefall. Okay, Icefall is empty. Again, I gotta get on this in a different time because these were 2 very popular games back in the day on Onverse, and there was always in there, so maybe just people aren't playing it this late. I don't know. So maybe I got to try It's so hard with my work schedule, but I gotta maybe try to find like a morning or something to see if folks are on this more. And nope, no one's in splat ball either. Yeah. It's just I went in there earlier before I started the stream, and there was like 8 people just hanging out in the hubs, just kind of looking at each other. But no one's in the games. Everyone loved to play these games back in the day, and it's it was so popular. And I was so excited that they finally opened it to everyone that I thought, oh, thank you. Cool. I will. Okay, 4 minutes. Let's go. All right. Yeah. So that's not too bad. We can. Sign in. Oh, I guess I gotta. Let's see. Can I just? It wants me to sign in, but I think I can watch the preview version of this. Maybe. See if we can maximize this here. All right. So let's move this over here. Okay, yeah. Let's exit out of Bombers because no one's coming in this. Get rid of Bombers. All right, cool. So. All right. So I think you said there was a.
With Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar had tried to.
Okay, yeah, I think you were saying I don't have to worry about like songs or whatever. So. Alright, so let's go. Yeah, because when I put it into the browser, it wants me to sign in because mature content. But it looks like I could still play it from the Steam Messenger, so I think we're good. So we'll get that plugged in a moment here. So, cool. So wow, so number 5. Okay, so this has been a while then. Like is that like 2 generations ago or something now at this point? Oh my god, that is so hard to believe that game has been. I remember when it came out. I mean, I was never one that followed the series that much, but that is still wild to. Wow, and that was just yeah, amazing, just totally crazy. Um, return for the game. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, awesome that she's gonna return for that. That's cool. But that is just wild, just how much it's changed to GTA 6. That really does give you a good perspective on that for sure. And then yeah, and it's just kind of funny to think about too, like what she was mentioning about what do you call it, the online. And obviously that is so insanely popular, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna talk to you." You can see the users; it was like dev users or whatever, and so that is just so wild because yeah, I think the online is more like popular than the actual game itself these days. If I mean, that's where they made, I believe. What if you talk to like Mudahar or whatever, you kind of watch his videos. His friends like that's been their money cow has been the online one. You know. But out of curiosity, let's see. Can I get Steam in here? Because obviously we're not. So GTA 5 Auto Enhanced. So again, $14.99, not bad. But I'm just kind of curious because I don't think that this would take up 700 gigabytes. So I'm just out of curiosity.
Welcome to the neighborhood!
Yeah, welcome. I am Provident, your AI assistant, to support you in business and personal matters.
Oh, we got an arcade though. That's cool. They got an arcade too.
Must be they'll become.
Of course, I don't know if that's copyrighted now that I think about it. Yeah, maybe we'll mute that. But I didn't think it was going to be a song. But I'm kind of curious about here is Okay, that's not bad. 105 gigabytes. That's actually just a little bit more. 105 gigabytes. That's only a little bit more than Yakuza 0. Yakuza 0 is like 91 gigabytes, so that's obviously still a decent amount of my hard disk space, but that's not unreasonable. We got plenty of RAM, and yeah, obviously. Oh yeah, okay. So we could do. I'd be able to do the online one. Okay, Windows 11. Oh, you can actually technically still do apparently Windows 10 with that, but even though not supported. Obviously, the processor. No. Yeah, this laptop would definitely handle it. Recommend 16 gigs. We got 32. I always forget what exactly my graphics card is, but I'm sure it's fine. So that's not bad at all. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't. The price is reasonable on it. 50% off right now, but. Yeah, right now I got other games, I'm going to focus on Yakuza for a while and Shenmue, but down the road, that could be definitely an option. So that's good to know. I'm glad that that's still there because, like I said, yeah, I'm not, I can see how my PC situation is once it comes out on Steam or whatever, but let's see. What does this one come with? And that you only need 5 gigabytes. Only 5 gigabytes for Grand Theft Auto 3. Oh, that's tiny. Yeah, uh, still $19, $20, but yeah, tiny amounts. That doesn't take too long. Take too much. And then what is then this is San Andreas. Definitive edition. This is the one. Okay, 19 gigabytes. That's not bad at all. So yeah, there's good sales. Like I said, I don't know when I'm not really planning on getting it right now. Oh, Vice City. Wow, that's an old one, right? Yeah, the classics. That'd be cool to start with the classics. Here we go, 10 gigabytes. So these are all much more reasonable. The 100 gigabytes definitely uses up a bit of my memory, but still better than 700 gigabytes. But yeah, that's not too bad at all. So the only thing I don't think they have is the first one, the top down one, but. The 1980s vibe. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I've seen some of that too. So that's cool. Oh yeah, I still haven't done. Still gotta do my updates on here. I keep on forgetting about that. I am gonna get those updates done at some point. All right. Shoot. Dang it. My controller's not plugged in yet. Will it still let me do it? Let's find out. Cool. Yeah. No, thanks for sending it, man. All right. Did I plug this in too late? Let's find out. Oh, there's okay. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I think this is the one here we got to do. Ah, it's not letting me go in there. Is there another entrance? Oh yeah, maybe I can go in here. Oh, okay. So what does this say? Game B1. Okay, maybe it's maybe it's down here. Okay. Can I enter? Oh. So now the Yakuza are fighting me? I just want to go play some arcade games, and these jerks are trying to fight me. Big on. Let's see if I can get the volume up a little bit more. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this is the arcade we can go into, but... Uh-oh. Something's going on here. Uh-oh. More goons. Ah. Can I go in there? $1 million? What the? That's kind of expensive. I only have like 4 million. Maybe another time. That's something Rio would say. Yeah. That's the only thing I have not been able to figure out is like, how do I do all the fun stuff? Oh wait! Oh my gosh! Is that a tomato store? That looks like a tomato store. Can we go in there? Oh my gosh! It's a tomato store! How adorable! Oh my gosh! You didn't tell me there was going to be a tomato store in here. I mean, you know, it's like magazines and stuff. I don't know what we can do here, but it's a freaking tomato store. This looks like more like even more of a 7-Eleven than Sure. They got their own tomato store. Hey, Todd, welcome. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? I'm apparently going to a new tomato store. I don't know what any of this is good for, but... Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Yeah, that works fine, yeah. I have both my chats up, so... As long as all the chats are working, then you're good. Whatever works for you, man. And they even kind of have almost a little song on there. Not quite as cool as the tomato song, but hey, you get some ramen. God, I wish I could kind of buy more than one at once, but... Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. I'm sure I'll figure out more, like, what to buy, you know, what I need at certain... I'm just kind of getting, like, one of everything. I don't know. We got plenty of money, but... So, I think we got the toughness. Yep. That thing. That thing. That thing. The ramen. Oh, apparently I got two of these somehow. Ramen and one of these guys. Sure. Oh, we don't have... Do we have ramen? We do have ramen. Oh, there's two different kinds of ramen. Oh my gosh. Okay, well then, yeah. Oh, apparently you can't switch, can't do camera view, but can I, like, fight someone? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, that is so cool. I have to get back to the little, the Japanese market that I went to a couple times. I've done a vlog there. I gotta get back there. I forgot how to pronounce it now. It's been a while since I've been there, but Mitsuo Market, I think it's in. And then I also discovered, which is, it's not Japanese, but it's kind of cool, is Koreans. They apparently opened up a new H-Mart, like Korean grocery store, not far from that store. Also not far from where I used to live a long time ago. Well, I guess we can continue off the story. I just can't really figure out, like, how to do a lot of the fun, cool stuff. I'm sure there's a way, but we'll just continue with the story, I guess.
I should love you, son.
Jerry!
Oh, it's our brother. Our brother from another mother.
How the hell did you make it out of there alive? I can't believe you're okay.
It took us a while. You should watch my last lesson.
I am for now, anyway. But it's official. Dojima himself cut me loose.
Really? Does that mean Cosmo's son will be safe?
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I keep on forgetting we have a map, right?
As long as they can blame me for getting mixed up with the lot, they're gonna force Kazuma-san to pay for it.
What the fuck? Even after they let you go?
Yeah. This isn't over yet, though. I've got more room to move now. Just need to get my hands on Cruze again. Next time, I'll make him give me the killer.
Okay.
You're right. First things first. Let's fill Kashiwagi-san in on everything. Come upstairs.
Okay.
I can't.
What?
I'm not a member of the Tojo clan anymore. I don't belong inside that office. Do me a favor and let him know what happened.
Don't be an idiot about this, man. It's just a building.
I told him I would take responsibility. Nishiki. You have to let me do that.
Now, is that what this is? Look, he knows you're not the one to blame. Alright, whatever. How about I meet you back at your apartment? We'll talk there, figure out what the hell to do next.
Okay.
Cool. I'll see you later.
Oh, geez. Enjoy erotic videos. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't know if I can show that on YouTube, buddy. Might have to check that later off screen, but. Is there any arcades? Yes. Huh. Good spot for dates or meetings. Sushi bar. Fresh fish. Oh, okay. Although I don't know if it's going to let us get there, but I see it right over here. Sega High-Tech LAN. Okay. There's a save spot right here. Sure. Yeah, so I'm guessing you can't go in like every single shop or whatever, but. Ah, it doesn't want us to go to the arcade right now. Boo. Dang it. I wish they had more of the voices, though. They don't do. That's one thing I guess yeah, give credit there. You know, we hear more of Rio's voice or whatever in Shenmue than in here. It seemed like they had more voice actors back then. Can't get my cash, buddy. Mr. Shakedown, alright. Oh, okay. So we met Hiro Ikashira, Mr. Shakedown. All right, so we met Mr. Shakedown. Okay. Mess with that poor dude. Ain't no goons gonna do this in my town. Is it gonna let us get to the arcade now? Maybe. Let's see, karaoke. We like karaoke. Oh, I see Sega. That's gotta be it now. The question is, it's gonna let me go inside. Hey, did it work? I think we did, guys. Outrun, oh my god. Well, that's 2 games that we played Outrun in now. Okay, okay. Wow, this is just so funny, oh my god. Wow, these are some Shenmue flashbacks here. Y to insert credit. B to accelerate, X to shift gears, and A to brake. Or we can accelerate with our button. I like that better. Okay. Oh my god, this is so funny. What in the heck?
Get ready.
Hey, let's go. Okay, so the back triggers actually just do this really well, so... Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'd rather use the back triggers anyway. Awesome touch, man. That is so cool. Hey, we reached a checkpoint. We never could reach a checkpoint on the retro PC version. Or in Shenmue, but we're actually getting farther in this one now, for whatever reason. That's funny. Ah! Oh! Go, 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 go! Yeah, outrun is back, man. That's awesome. Go, 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 go! Go, come on, Vince. We're doing okay. Yeah. Oh! It's actually probably the farthest we've gotten so far since we, started Shenmue. Oh, that's... Oh, man, we were close to that checkpoint, though. Dang. Oh, cool. Get to put our initials, I guess. Oh, well. We're AAA, I guess. Luca, alright. This is our first girlfriend, maybe. Our first girlfriend potential. Nice to meet you, Luca. You got to know Luca, interact with her, will gradually fill the friendship gauge. You can check the status of this gauge anytime in the pause menu completion list. Build your friendship with Luca and see what happens. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I saw these a lot on a YouTube video. It's prize machines. Insert coin X. Move claw left. And I mentioned I've never really been good at claw games. Oh, come on. What the heck? So it acts like a real stupid claw machine that is rigged. Yeah, now I remember why I hate, now I remember why I hate stupid claw machines. Freaking ripped. Rigged. What's this? Can we play this? No? Oh, I know that there is that Chinese Baccarat or whatever. They said it's cool to learn that. You can play that in some of these. I guess the only ones we can play it. There's probably more than one arcade, but I'm guessing. Hey, why are you smoking in the arcade? That's not cool. So I think with this one we just have Outrun, but. Cool. Well, we will look for other arcades, but that's cool. Pretty good. We realize how much we stink at the Crane Machine. I don't think we can play these things yet anyway. Cool. So that's something.
You want some?
Stupid goons. Didn't these guys already say it won't happen again before? Okay, we got pocket tissues, I guess. That's good. have another store we can go to. What's over here? Ooh, I see what looks like a bowling pin. Uh-oh. Did we find the bowling thing? Can we actually go in there now is the question. I see it. I see a bowling pin. It looks like a bowling pin. Popcorn shop. Is this like a mall or something? Can't go in there. Kind of wish they had let you go into more buildings though. It's the only thing kind of a bummer. I don't know. Maybe this is. Well, let's look at the map. Let's see. Mock Bowl, a bowling alley. Okay, so this is a bowling alley. Question is, how the heck do you get into it? Wouldn't be through a popcorn shop. Oh, there it is! Oh, wait. Let's do the same again. Let's go back with it. Are we? Did we find the bowl? You can say da. That's pretty cheap, only 500 yen. Heck yeah. Nice. Hey, it does have a Wii vibe to it, doesn't it? Wii bowling vibe right here. Nice.
Here I go.
Yeah, that is so cool, man. Cool touch. I like that. Oops. a cool touch that you could do the you can challenge the stat, but I gotta get a little bit better at this first. What's tricky though is this thing moves so quickly though. Wish that it moves so quickly. There we go. That's good enough. Oh, nice. A little bit better. Go a little slower in this one. Oh, jeez. That was bad. Yeah, I gotta figure out the timing of this. It's gonna move so quickly. But yeah, no, that's very cool. Yeah, it's a lengthy game on here. You can do 10 frames. It's kind of nuts. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, so close. So you can put a little hook into it as well, which is kind of cool. This might be actually pretty good. This is a good spot. Let's see. There we go. No. That's my dreaded 5-pin. I always leave the 5-pin. Me and the 5-pin have a bad history. Oh, too much pin. What's my favorite bowling type? I don't know. That's a good question. I still like the as far as bowling game, I would go Wii Sports Resorts for sure. Sometimes I like regular bowling. Little hook on this might be all we need. There we go, spare. This should be pretty good too. I mean, they got a full game on here. Like, this is crazy. Just built right in like that. It's nuts. We're definitely gonna be doing this more for sure. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's not gonna be good. Can I go back? I won't let me go back. Get some spin on it, maybe. Oh, too much spin.
Damn.
Well, we gotta practice a little more, but not a bad start. This could be good too. Maybe a little bit of spin. That might be good. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Let's get 2 more of those. We're in the 10th frame. Oh jeez. I'll take it. Got it. Hey, we broke 100. 110. Not too bad. We'll do better. We'll do better. Not bad for a start. She likes a bowler. Now, this is my lady. She might like me. I've been bowling a long time. Alright, we're gonna build a relationship with Amiri. This could be the beginning of a friendship with Amiri. Interact with her, gradually build a friendship. Gauge. There you go. I'm excited to build friendships. Cool. Well, that's a cool. I mean, that's a nice little touch. Cool. Alright. Oh boy. It was. I think it was even better. Honestly, I didn't. It looked like it was pretty close to the Wii type, but like, it was detailed. Yeah, I mean, very good details on it. I'd definitely say, probably even better for sure. Oh boy. Okay, so we have to find the pool tables. All right, we'll definitely find those two. And these guys are just everywhere, man. Like they won't just leave me alone. Yeah, I definitely didn't know in the story that we left Yakuza. I didn't. Guess I didn't follow it closely enough. But yeah, I just assumed we were always be part of Yakuza. I didn't think we'd like defect from it or whatever. And now we're fighting Yakuza. Yeah, I didn't know that was part of the storyline. Yeah, so this is kind of interesting.
Hey.
Oh, that dude's hair is like, does he think he's like Elvis or something like that? Yeah, cool city vibes for sure. What's this? Oh, okay, it's another little store thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's alright. Don't need to really buy anything right now. I might have one of those cool sunglasses though. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, remake of it. Oh, okay, cool. Released 2011. Wow, that was a long time ago. All right, we get to see our apartment. Maybe the first time I think we've seen this apartment so far. All right, let's check out our buddy's apartment here.
It's me. You there? You coming in?
Only have beer.
What else is new? Look at this place.
Nishiki, did Kashiwagi-san say anything else once I left?
Sorry, not a word.
I see.
After he saw you were still walking, the guy basically inhaled another bowl of cold noodles. Other than that, he just sat around all night with his jaw clenched shut.
Sounds like him.
Doesn't it? Shit. Yakuza never expected he'd go to bed without a pinky tonight. No telling what the future holds, huh?
Yeah, well, it could have a lot worse in store for us. If any of the lieutenants manage to get a hold of the empty lot, Kazuma-san is done for. A pink will look like child's play. Meanwhile, I still have to worry about the police. Who knows when they'll try to bring me in?
You haven't heard, have you? Kiryu, the president of Toko Credit's dead. They just found the body.
Uh-oh.
What?
I saw it in the news. Somebody shot him in his office. He was acting on Lieutenant Kuze's orders, sending you to the lot, right? You asked me. Kuze knew he had to shut him up.
That makes Kuze a murderer. Is it really so easy to kill someone in cold blood?
With his neck on the line, son of a bitch is liable to do anything. Which is why kicking his door down and hoping he'll talk is only going to put you in the morgue next. Before you go crazy again, let's take a second to think.
So what's your idea?
I don't know. Sorry. I figure that's not what you want to hear.
Nishiki, have you ever heard of Tachibana Real Estate?
Why? Finally moving out of this dump?
The guy who runs it, Tachibana, he found me after I left Dojima's office last night. Apparently he's got his eye on the empty lot. And he says he can prove me innocent if I play ball.
Actually, I think I have heard of this outfit. Oh, come on. Now we got these guys in the mix too.
You know about him?
Well, for starters, they're not exactly the kind of agency you find in the phone book. I've only caught bits here and there, but I get the sense their game is property acquisition, centered exclusively on Konrocho.
Sounds like a realtor to me.
Yeah, but think about it. You know how tight this city's packed. Standing room only out there with all the bars and clubs and shit. And most of them are at least partially owned by the Tojo clan. Yet somehow, these Tachibana assholes come into town and just like that, they start finding loose bricks in the wall.
So, how do they do it?
Any business they set their sights on ends up shuttered. No matter how successful the place is, they get them to clear out. Bribes, threats, harassment, pretty much whatever it takes to snuff out the shop and snatch up the land.
Sounds like some bad guys.
It's more Yakuza than the Yakuza. Even if it's a Tojo operation, they're ready to throw down, turf war style. Real estate's a battlefield right now. And sure, plenty of small-time crooks have been trying to get in on it. These guys, though. Syndicates like this don't come along every day. Tojo HQ itself has its hands full trying to exterminate them.
Seriously?
Like I said, that's just what I've heard. But if it's true, things do become more interesting with them on your side.
That's assuming they can even be trusted. I still can't figure out what Tachibana stands to gain by winning me over.
All right then. Tomorrow, you and I'll go out hunting for more info. See what we can dig up.
No. I can handle it myself.
Huh?
Look.
This guy definitely reminds me of Ren.
Catches us out there together. You're in it too. Stay away.
Kiryu.
Ren and Rio.
I broke my oath, Nish.
Totally Ren.
Whatever happens, I've got to go it alone.
Next day. All right, let's go find. Let's find where our next save state is. And we'll probably wrap it up for the stream for tonight. Sure. Why not? Interesting though, like again, I'm probably gonna have a lot of these sort of comparisons to Shenmue, but now immediately, again, I don't know what exactly is involved here, what we got to do, but again, we're gathering info. But now we have a similar type of situation where we would have to go and talk to people, I guess, similar to Shenmue, get info. So we're going to the village, the town, and talk to random people. That is a Shenmue vibe, right, as well. So I just kind of find that funny as well. That right there that's a huge Shenmue comparison right there too. Talking to the townsfolk, I guess. I don't know if it's the same thing. We go up to him, press A, talk to him, or exactly that's going to be the next time we play this on stream, and we're going to learn how to talk to the residents, I guess. So let's find our payphone. Where the heck is our payphone? Why do I not see it? Oh, there it is. Nope. Let's be hitting with that copyright. All right, perfect. Our save is set for next time. All right, thank you, Tyler, and thank you everyone who joined for the live stream tonight. I had a pretty good one, I think. It was cool revisiting some of the old school stuff downstairs as well. Made some good progress in Yakuza 0 as well. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure. I think Tyler might. I see one on here, so I don't know if Tyler is still on or not, but otherwise, if I catch you later, feel free to message me on Instagram or whatever. But anyway, have a great night, guys. Talk to y'all soon. It is 3:30. It is my bedtime. A little past my bedtime, but we got a late start tonight, so it's all good. Talk to y'all soon. Have a good night. And hopefully this all works right with the chat and the studio, and hopefully this thing does not break on me. We'll find out in a little bit, but talk to y'all soon.